Welcome to Bite at a Time Books Behind the Story, where we answer the questions you have about your favorite classic authors. What inspired your favorite author to write their novels? What was going on in the world at the time? Follow along with us as we tell you what was happening in the world while your favorite authors wrote your favorite classics. My name is Bree Carlile, and I love to read, and wanted to share my passion with listeners like you. If you want to know what's coming next and vote on upcoming books, sign up for our newsletter at biteatatimebooks.com. Be sure to follow my show on your favorite podcast platform so you get all the new episodes. You can find most of our links in the show notes, but also our website biteatatimebooks.com includes all of the links for our show, including to our Patreon to support the show and YouTube where we have special behind the narration of the episodes. We're part of the Bite at a Time Books Productions Network. If you'd also like to hear a book by the author, check out the Bite at a Time Books podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Today we'll be talking about Jules Verne's relationship with science fiction. The relationship between Verne's voyages extraordinaires and the literary genre science fiction is a complex one. Verne, like H.G. Wells, is frequently cited as one of the founders of the genre, and his profound influence on its development is indisputable. However, many earlier writers, such as Lucian of Samosata, Voltaire, and Mary Shelley, have also been cited as creators of science fiction, an unavoidable ambiguity arising from the vague definition and history of the genre. A primary issue at the heart of the dispute is the question of whether Verne's works count as science fiction to begin with. Maurice Renard claimed that Verne never wrote a single sentence of scientific marvelous. Verne himself argued repeatedly in interviews that his novels were not meant to be read as scientific, saying, "I have invented nothing." His own goal was rather to depict the Earth and at the same time to realize a very high ideal of beauty of style. As he pointed out in an example, "I wrote 5 Weeks in a Balloon not as a story about ballooning, but as a story about Africa. I always was greatly interested in geography, history, and travel, and I wanted to give a romantic description of Africa. Now, there was no means of taking my travelers throughout Africa otherwise than in a balloon, and that is why a balloon is introduced. I may say that at the time I wrote the novel, as now, I had no faith in the possibility of ever steering balloons." Closely related to Verne's science fiction reputation is the often repeated claim that he is a prophet of scientific progress, and that many of his novels involve elements of technology that were fantastic for his day, but later became commonplace. These claims have a long history, especially in America, but the modern scholarly consensus is that such claims of prophecy are heavily exaggerated. In a 1961 article critical of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea's scientific accuracy, Theodore L. Thomas speculated that Verne's storytelling skill and readers' faulty memories of a book they read as children caused people to remember things from it that are not there. The impression that the novel contains valid scientific prediction seems to grow as the years roll by. As with science fiction, Verne himself flatly denied that he was a futuristic prophet, saying that any connection between scientific developments and his work was mere coincidence, and attributing his indisputable scientific accuracy to his extensive research. Even before I began writing stories, I always took numerous notes out of every book, newspaper, magazine, or scientific report that I came across. Thank you for joining Bite at a Time Books Behind the Story today, while we answered some of the questions you have about one of your favorite classic authors. Again, my name is Bree Carlile, and I hope you come back next time when we answer more questions about one of your favorite classic authors. Don't forget to sign up for our newsletter at biteatatimebooks.com. Check out the show notes or our website biteatatimebooks.com for the links for our show.